welcome back to another FineScale Modeler Weekly.
That's right, we're glad you're here, and we've got a packed show kicking off with new products.
Starting with Dora Wings 1/48 scale Morane-Saulnier MS-406.
This is an all-new toolkit of one of the French fighters that faced off against the Luftwaffe when Germany invaded France in 1940.
Typical of Dora Wings, airframe parts like the fuselage feature fine engraved panel lines and subtle stressed fabric over the rear section. The one-piece lower wing will establish dihedral and shows a similar mix of raised and recessed detail to the upper wing parts. The tailplanes are the same and all control surfaces are separate.
Cockpit features include the floor with raised texture, front and rear bulkheads, seat and instrument panel. Optional wheels finish the landing gear legs with thin gear doors.
Other highlights include the finely molded exhausts and optional props. The clear parts provide the windshield, canopy, and rear section and lights. Photo-etched metal supplies seat belts, panel bezels, radiator screens, and more.
Decograph decals provide markings for 4 fighters, one wearing Polish markings from a training squadron in June 1940, the personal plane of General Armand Pansard, commander of Pursuit Group 21 in May 1940, and a pair of aircraft in standard French camo in France in spring 1940.
Typical of Dora Wings, this looks like a detailed kit of a lesser-known subject.
Next, here's IBG's Daimler Mark I Armored Car in 1/72nd scale.
This successful design saw combat in North Africa, Europe, and Asia as World War II progressed.
Despite its size, the kit is packed with details, including the hull sides with springs, belly, and fenders. The body includes separate front and engine decks and plastic wheels that attach to single-part suspension units. It's all topped by the turret, featuring a posable hatch.
Most surprising, given the model's size, is the inclusion of a pretty complete interior, including the turret floor, ready rounds, and their racks.
A small photo-etched metal fret supplies mud flaps, fender brackets, stowage straps, and more.
4 options are shown on marking diagrams and tech mod decals. A British 21st Army Group car in Northwest Europe in 1944-45, an early Daimler in Great Britain in 1943, a recon car from the Polish 1st Armored Division in 1943, and a Belgian brigade car in Belgium in 1944.
IBG has also released the so-called Sawn-off version, which omits the turret and front fenders, adds radios, and a Bren gun, as well as stowage boxes either side of the opening.
Decals provide markings for 3 vehicles from the 11th Armored Division in Belgium in 1944.
These are really nice kits that don't pull any punches on detail despite the size.
If aircraft are your thing, you'll definitely want to check out these recent releases in the Duke Hawkins series.
Volume 31 covers the Fairchild A-10A and C Thunderbolt II. This glorious 180-page softcover volume shows the U.S. Air Force strike aircraft in detail, with sections including the forward fuselage, wings, cockpit, landing gear, maintenance, and ordnance. It's a great recess if you're building an A-10.
The same can be said about the other title we have if the Saab 35 Draken is on your to-do list. It looks at the Draken in detail from the fuselage, intakes, cockpit, exhaust, maintenance, and more.
Our final kit is a subject that needs no introduction.
From HobbyBoss, here's a 1/700th scale Titanic.
Yep, that's right. HobbyBoss has taken the famed and ill-fated ocean liner to modelers of small-scale ships.
Highlights of this new tool kit include a one-piece hull with molded plating and portholes, single-part upper deck sides that attach to the various decks, and the intervening structures.
Small parts like lifeboats, gantries, benches, davits, masts, and funnels are well rendered. A small photo-etched metal fret supplies funnel tops, lookouts, and more.
The decals and color diagrams show the ship in the scheme it wore on its maiden and last voyage.
This looks like a really detailed kit of the Titanic, and given the scale, it'll be interesting to compare it to something like an Iowa-class battleship or a Nimitz-class carrier.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget to look for reviews of the MS-406, Daimler, and Titanic at FineScale.com.
And while you're there, check out the stunning show galleries, revealing reviews, sharp snapshots, and much, much more. FineScale Modeler Weekly brought to you by Hobby Zone USA, your source for hobby storage solutions, hard-to-find hobby tools, and aftermarket modeling needs. Do you like what you see here and want more? Subscribe to FineScale Modeler magazine. You'll get 6 issues a year crammed with how-to stories from some of the best modelers around the world. Go to finescale.com/YouTube for a special offer for YouTube viewers like you.
Today, we have a special guest,
Eric White,
who is the editor of Model Railroader magazine. Oh, look, you've got,
yeah, so I don't forget.
See, down there at Model Railroader, they like to wear their badging.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we recently received a bevy of products
Yeah.
from WorkIQ Tools, which is a new company out there. And in specific, they sent us their, what's it called? Like this Vise, the IQ Vise.
The IQ Vise, yeah.
And like all the stuff, all the
Yeah.
fixings that go with it.
Because, yeah, Vices come with a lot of stuff.
They do. A lot of a baggage.
A lot of Vice baggage.
So what we wanted to do is share our vices with you. Well, one in particular. What do you think? You want to bring it out?
Yeah, let's bring it out.
Why don't you do that? Well, here they are.
Yeah,
This is the Vise.
right. And we got all these accessories here.
Right. Sleeves for the jaws. Are these jaws?
Yeah,
Is that what they're
jaws,
called?
yeah.
Jaws. So sleeves for the jaws. This.
More sleeves.
What is this? The IQ Connect hands-free accessory system.
Yeah,
I think
that
it's
looks
light
cool.
and magnifier and other
right.
things. So I think the plan is for us to head down to the.
Yeah, to the Model Railroader workshop, and we'll mount this stuff to a workbench down there.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm super excited to see what use this could be for modelers.
Yeah, we can do some damage.
Damage. So we're talking about vices, right, Eric?
Yeah, we got this little one here.
Slightly bigger one here, and then the the hefty vise.
Yeah, the big one. So we got everything in the box that you see here. We have 1/4 mounting bolts, we have the jaw sleeves, and we have the jaw mounting pins, and the vise itself.
And since this is the Model Railroader workshop, I think it only fair that you're the one who gets to put holes in your workbench.
All right, I got a drill right here.
Let's do it. We can start with marking it. No one speaks in complete sentences, Ben.
I know.
All right, and that should give Eric some targets to hit.
Hold it up.
Carriage bolts head right on in.
Tighten it up.
Tighten it up. Oh, let's get it going the right way here. Heck yeah.
These are the sleeves that go on the vise. This side is a textured rubber material for flat surfaces.
And this side is more grooved for pipes or whatever oddly shaped material that you might have that you want to put in the vise. And let's go ahead and just slide that on there. I'll give you those two. I'll get this side.
Got these pins. Yeah.
Pins that go in. Oh, that's easy.
Yeah. A little
There you
wiggly,
go.
but once you clamp it down. All right, Tim, so we got this thing mounted to the workbench here.
Right, so this is what they call the universal ball lock, correct?
Articulating ball lock. The
Articulating ball lock.
Articulating
Okay,
ball locks.
I stand corrected. So how does this thing work?
So we got this pin here, and we're going to go ahead and pull it. Hope nothing blows up.
We're still here.
We're still here. Now, we can take this thing and twist it.
So quarter turns.
So yeah.
And I see that we have faint lines here that line up with these lines in this this depression here.
Yeah.
So for those quarter turns.
So let's see if we can kind of have to wiggle everything to get it back together.
All right, there it goes. It goes all the way through,
there we go.
and it really locks that in place. This steel pin locks this whole thing down so that you can really torque on it if you wanted to.
Yep.
Okay.
And so let's spin it once more back to where
We've got
You want the
Yeah, you want the the handle out here, not over the workbench, and it locks it in place there.
Yeah.
So if we pull this pin again,
So yeah, you see
We
we got a vertical line here, and that's holding it vertical.
but if we lean it back,
It won't go in here,
it won't go in there,
and it won't go in here.
but we can lean it forward, like, here, let's do it like this. So this is up. If we lean it forward into the horizontal
And
position,
there we go.
and that locks that in place, and that's gonna really keep it in there.
And I think again, if we turn it 90 degrees, yeah, there's a slot there. And wiggle a little more, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, so if you need to flip that over either way, even if you've got a workpiece in there already, you can,
You can manipulate it and get it in all these other places.
yeah. So that's handy,
Great.
I like that.
So if we pull that pin out, then we have this down here,
Right,
which, what do they call this? The quick cam, I think is what they call this. So let's turn this, or let's pull this up like this,
right. You set that in there, get it out of the way.
because that's just the storage area for it, right? It
I
doesn't
think so,
actually
yeah.
lock anything.
Yeah.
All right, and then we can tighten this and push that down, and that keeps that in place. We can twist it,
Yeah, any kind of angle you need.
any kind of angle. Gotcha. Oh, that's nice. And then
So,
if we
yeah.
needed to, so how does this thing work?
You
So
can tighten it up there,
we tighten it,
and then, yeah,
not too tight that way, and then do that. And that's how that tightens that down.
yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely useful for odd angles with odd shaped materials.
Yeah.
This thing's going to take care of you.
Well, let's use it.
All right, and we got a piece of scrap wood here.
So this would be like in case you were doing what? What would you be doing on a model railroad?
Well, model railroad bench work. This would be
Okay.
a piece, going to cut a piece for a riser here.
Okay. So you want to cut something, or do you
yeah.
want to drill it?
Now let's cut something.
All right. Let's go ahead with the.
Yeah,
That'll work for you?
yeah, we'll see how can this handle me.
Look at that.
All right,
Vise works.
it's a vise.
It is a vise. Man, that was solid.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's like the flat side, right?
all right, let's,
So if we loosen this thing up.
all right,
How tight did you do this?
it's not that tight, you turn the wrong way.
Turn it the wrong way.
All right, pull these
What if we
pins.
do these? Pull this,
Yeah,
flop these. Okay, so these are a little bit thicker.
so yeah, you might find you've got to
Adjust it a bit,
little bit.
yeah. You know
So-
what? It's
Gotta-
not the heaviest thing in the world, but
Got to repair the razor.
if you got to repair the razor, or a bike, or something, I don't
You
know,
got a piece of pipe that you want to drill a hole in.
or cut with a hacksaw.
You decided that you wanted to add
Look at that.
laser cannon. to
Well,
the
it's
front of
holding the
it.
razor.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. Okay, so what we've demonstrated here is that WorkIQ has a working vise.
Right.
But WorkIQ says, hey, this is really good for hobbyists. So let's take a look at some of those other products that they sent us and see how those all fit into this vise.
Yeah, there's a cool box here with some articulating arms or something. I don't know what they're
Yeah,
called.
let's take a look at that.
All right, so we got the hands-free accessory system here, and it includes a 180 lumen work light, a 5-inch magnifying glass, and a cell phone holder. And it's got these funky octo arms here on it.
All right, so this is what they look like outside of the box. We've got a magnifying glass. We've got the phone holder, the 180 lumen
I
light.
think, yeah.
That's right. What we also have on the ends of these, as Eric had said, the octopus arms, we've got these keyed clamps, and these will fit into and seat into the vise and make sure that they stay firmly seated.
Right.
What we didn't see before, this is kind of cool. We get a couple of USB-C cables, charging cables for the light.
Or your phone, I guess, too.
Or your phone, maybe. And then also, there are some other mounts that if you want to, you can mount these around your workbench or maybe a different place that you don't have your vise mounted to. All right, let's go ahead and plug them in.
All right.
Magnify.
Make sure it's pointing in the right direction here.
So here it is, all put together with all the accessories in place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty snazzy, I gotta say.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff you can. It's all holds into place pretty well.
So this is where the phone would go.
Yep.
We got another articulating ball up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
And
magnifying glass. Then I really want to turn this thing on. Did you
don't-
figure out how to turn it on?
Yeah,
Don't
press
shine
the
it at
button
anybody.
on the
Oh, there it
It's
is.
got a couple levels there. Press it again. Gets a little brighter.
Oh,
Press it once more, and you got a light on the end.
okay.
So you got a little spotlight thing going there.
That's cool. And then it gets turned off.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
And then you can feel there's a magnet.
That keeps it in
Keeps
place.
it- yeah, and you can flip it around this way.
Okay.
So if you want to blind yourself, it's easier.
Nice. Yeah, this is, like Ben called it, it's a cool creator kit.
It
I
is,
mean, really.
absolutely.
You can fit a phone in here.
Yeah.
That'll clamp down. So,
But
what if you're not interested in just this vise?
well, yeah, there's a couple other options here we got.
So we've got a clamp that can go on the edge of the workbench, and it has two spots for these arms.
Right.
And then what is this?
Well, we got this this magnetic thing here. Let's give that a try. Oh, it goes right on there.
Oh my God!
Get it off.
Wow! It is a creator kit, and WorkIQ says that we should be able to use this for modeling.
Right.
And I know that it comes with a number of different other sleeves for
yeah.
the jaws. So let's
Right.
take a look at those.
All right.
So we've got other sleeves for the jaws, including leather ones for fine wood and delicate items, reversible pipe fit sleeves, reversible sure fit sleeves, and then reversible woodworking sleeves. And I think what I'm going to do is give those leather sleeves a try. Okay, so we just take these keys out,
Yep.
and those come off. And then again, these are reversible too.
Yeah, that's a hard plastic.
Yeah, it is. All right, so the leather one goes on. Just snap those back in.
All
Like
right.
10 seconds of work right there.
Yeah.
Partially built schooner here.
Yeah, looks good.
Thank you. Let's see. Just crank that down on the keel a little bit. Oh, look at that. Now I just want to make sure that these arms aren't necessarily going to clip the model,
No.
but, okay, look at that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then, well, if I wanted to, I could put my phone over here. Where's a phone? Here's my phone. Clip it in like that. And then we've got that articulating ball joint,
All right, you can get that lined up.
right? So not only can I call people, I can shoot video too.
Yep.
All
Or
right.
if you got a photo of the model that you're
Photograph the model.
photograph the model, or photo of something you're trying to match on the model.
Yeah. All great ideas.
Reference
And then we've got the light here.
Got to have some light.
Boom. Oh, nice. And if I did need the magnifying glass, I could use that, although,
Yeah, I mean you can even pull it way out and around.
yeah. It's pretty, wow, that's actually really very well articulated. Come here and look at that. That's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That works really well. Yeah, I think this is a really neat system. I mean, is it going to fill like all the needs that somebody's going to have at their workbench? Probably not.
Might be overkill for some things, but
It might be, but there's a lot of options here for mixing and matching, and there are these things. These arms are really neat.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think, you know, this clamp here with the accessories would be, you know, something that would be.
might be perfect for some people.
Yeah, exactly.
And with all these different sleeves that are on here, you know, there's times that I'm like maybe building some sort of a tank or something, something with a round piece of pipe, PVC pipe, and I want to put some grab irons on it, but I need to be able to twist it all around while I'm working on it. This would be great for that kind of thing.
So I think this is really cool. I think you agree?
Yeah.
Check it out, and I think I would be happy to have one of these at my workbench.
Definitely. I mean, it could be the only vise in your house.
There you go. The only vise.
Yeah.
A good vise.
That's right.
So we've reached the end. We've come to another wrap up, and back in March of this year, the 24th,
Yep.
March 24th, Aaron and I found ourselves in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada for.
HeritageCon 2024. I forget. There was a number for it too, right?
There was a number for it, but it's HeritageCon 2024 because the year is indeed 2024.
HeritageCon, for those of you who don't know, is one of the largest model shows in Canada.
If not the largest. It's huge. It's great. It's at the
Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum in Mount Hope.
Very good. Look at him go. Look at him go. Anyway, enough of us jacking our jaws about this. We're going to show you some video footage of the show. Enjoy these super awesome, phenomenal models, and we'll see you next time.
1/72nd scale.
This successful is a tongue twister a little bit.
The body includes separate glasses and excuse me.
If aircraft are your thing, you'll definitely want to check out these books.
Yep, HobbyBoss has taken the famed and ill-fated that thing. It's a boat, a big boat, not a very successful one.
Yeah, look for reviews of the MS-406, Daimler, and Tide.
Yeah, this thing.
I was gonna say, I wasn't sure if there was going to be a review of the Titanic or not.
I don't remember what we were doing.
You're talking about Vices.
I got
personal ones. One's
I gotta intro this guy.
Yeah.
So, what we wanted to do is share our vices with you. Well, one in particular.